once, so why not make the most of it? Hello everyone, it's me again, Geisha Dedra, back with another video. So thank you for tuning in. As someone who has lived in Japan, worked at Japanese companies in the US, and ultimately been a two-time featured reporter on Japanese national television, I would like to give all of you my best advice. If this is you and you have a very exciting journey in the land of the rising sun ahead of you, then stay tuned. This video is broken down into 10 steps, so let's get started with number one. Number one is do your research. Make sure that you're well informed about the area you'll be moving to, because despite the fact that Japan is the same size as California, there is so much diversity in the country, and your experience will be vastly different from those in other places. If you want to learn more about the regions of Japan, check out my Regions of Japan video to learn more. Number two is bring your clothing and shoes. So Japan is a country with very small people, meaning stature as well as size. So if you were above a US size 8, I would bring the clothes that you'll need for however long you're staying. Bring your clothes from home. This is a sad reality of Japan. They're not as accepting to other sizes. They are more straight sized and even smaller sized. So bring the clothes that you know you feel confident in. Also on that same topic, bring shoes. If you are smaller than a US size 8.5, you may or may not struggle to find a good fitting pair of shoes here. So bring your shoes from home. Number three, stock up on hair products. If you have curly textured hair, any type 3 to type 4, there are not products in Japan that cater to you. And if there are, then chances are they're imported at very, very high cost. So do yourself a favor, bring yourself your hair products, whatever line that you use, bring products that you know your hair likes so that you can have a healthy, happy crown during your stay. Number four is speak Japanese. You knew this one was coming. So speaking Japanese is a huge part of living in the country because many of the individuals there do not speak English, or if anything, they know a few words here and there. It'll make things easier for you to travel, to make friends, to potentially date if you want. Get the language knowledge so that it can help elevate your stay. This was a big part for me, and why I think I was able to get as deeply connected with the country as I did was because I could speak the native tongue, and people will always respond better to you if you can speak Japanese. Learn the language. As a rule of thumb, if you can pass the JLPT N5, you're set for Japanese. You do not need to know more than that to do well. Of course, more is always better when it comes to the Japanese language, but if you have the Japanese language proficiency test N5 status or around that, then chances are you'll have a better time than someone who knows 0. All right. Number 5 is become a regular. Become a regular somewhere. Be a familiar face in a restaurant. Be a constant client at a salon. Be around. Be with people, because it creates this familiarity and a sense of connection between you and the people there, but also it helps you feel like you belong somewhere, that you have a regular spot. I remember back when I lived in Gunma, there was this convenience store right by my house, and I'd go there all the time, and I always saw this guy working there, and I called him Konbini Bae. Like, he was the guy. Like, I felt like he was nice to me. Like, he was always so sweet to me. Like, I'd see him, like sometimes we'd make small chat. He was like maybe a little bit older than me. Yeah, he was always so nice to me. And like, there's this one time, like he like asked me if I like a certain candy, and he like gave it to me. Like, he was bae for sure. I'm not saying this so that you can go and get a Konbini bae of your own. Definitely don't go there looking for your man, but I would say it does help you feel closer to people, and it helps people feel closer to you too. Number 6 is travel nationally. Use your stay in Japan as an excuse to go and explore the country. Once you get familiar with your neck of the woods, explore other regions in Japan. Go and travel. Some of my best, most memorable experiences are my Let's Go vlogs, which you can see up on this channel. If you go to those Let's Go vlogs, you can see that I've traveled so many places in the country, and I've had a blast. It has been so memorable. I've made so many friends. I've had so many positive experiences, tried new things. You get to really sink your teeth, literally sometimes, into the culture of that region, and it really helps you appreciate the country because there is a lot to explore. So travel nationally. Number 7 is join Guyene groups. Guyene means foreigner, so these are foreigner groups of other people from different countries that are not Japanese that you can meet with. If you travel to Japan with a prominent organization like JET, chances are they're going to arrange some of these for you. But regardless of who you're traveling with or why, if you're staying in Japan for a long time, make friends with other foreigners in your area. It can be really advantageous to be with them because not only could they provide you a ride if you don't have a car, which is definitely what I did. Thank you, Mark, if you're watching, because he gave me so many rides. Oh my goodness. So not only are they there to be practically helpful, but it's also like a little taste of home. And sometimes from the same country, you experience Japan in similar ways. So I remember just talking over and over with this person and just basically ranting and raving, and they're like, yeah, and why do they do this? I'm like, I know, it's so weird. Like, I would be with them and talk to them, and it really helped me feel like I wasn't crazy, because sometimes you really do feel like, am I seeing this correctly? And you're looking around for someone to relate to you, but like you're by yourself. So it's really nice to have a friend or even just a group of people that are strangers but still share that nationality or even your home language with you, because it really is like a breath of fresh air sometimes. There will be days when I would be so tired of speaking Japanese, and I love Japanese. It's my favorite language behind English. It's also my strongest behind English. Humble flex, but I would get so tired of speaking Japanese. At the end of the day, I would just be talking to myself in English. And sometimes I would just stop trying. I would just speak English to people and they'd look at me like, lady, what are you saying? It's helpful to have someone that speaks your language so that you can just unwind, and it feels so much more natural. And it's one of the easiest ways to automatically make friends because people are in your same shoes as well and they're looking for you. Number 8 is keep contact with your home country. I know Japan is exciting. I know you're probably so ready to get out of your house and jump into the next flight to Narita Airport, but I promise you, you will get homesick. It will happen. I love Japan to the bottom of my heart, but when the holidays rolled around by Thanksgiving, I was feeling sad. I was like, looking back at home with rose-colored glasses, like, I wouldn't deal with this if I were back in California. Homesickness happens. It happens more than once. It is totally normal, but also keeping contact with your family is a great way of staving that off for a little while. It might have the reverse effect for some people and make you miss them more, but for me, I kind of wish I had kept contact with my family more, because when I finally got homesick, they were kind of like, oh, now you want to talk to us. And I'm like, no, it was really uncomfortable. It was hard because they were kind of rubbing it in that like we knew you'd miss us. Like, you will miss them. You will miss them, and you can let them know that you want to share your journey with them. So yes, keep contact with your family and friends in your home country. 9, try new things. Try new things. It's a new country, new people, new language. Try new things. Say yes more than you say no. Of course, don't go against your morals and values or anything crazy like that, but do accept adventure. Say yes. Go and try out that new food. Go to that new place. Do that new experience. I have a video on this YouTube channel of my first time ever in a Japanese hot spring. It's something I always wanted to do. And going to Japan, I had my shot, but I was still so nervous about going because, you know, like, you're just totally naked or whatever. So it was a lot for me, but it was one of the things that I didn't know I would like as much as I did. And in fact, later on through my journey in Japan, I would go to the hot spring dozens of more times because I really enjoyed it. And I would have never stumbled upon this thing that I love if I hadn't just opened myself up to the possibility that I could like it. I didn't realize it at the time, but in hindsight, some of the places I went to, the first time would be the last time I ever stepped foot in that place. Like, you never really know how things are gonna go, and you never know when you're gonna see a place again, or an opportunity again, or a food again, or a person again. So it's always so important to live your life knowing that, like, this could be your last time with this thing. And let's just optimize that. Let's make the most of it. YOLO, right? Like, people don't say that anymore, but you only live once, so why not make the most of it? Last but not least, number 10 is share your experience. Create a blog, write a book, make a YouTube channel. Talk about your experience and share it with those who don't have that chance yet, because you just might inspire them. And I know firsthand, I've gotten so many emails from all of you talking about how you finally made that step to go to Japan because of this channel. And I'm so happy and fulfilled in knowing that I could be a part of your journey. And I know that you can all share that ripple effect out into the world and be that for someone else too. So share your experience, because you just might inspire someone. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me that you are here. If you liked this video, please like it so I can see that you do. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe and become part of the YouTube fam, because we out here. And I appreciate all 47K of you. I see you. I see you. I see you. So thank you. You. Yes, you. Thank you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay well and stay blessed. Bye.